Megan, take 3 more.
The Faraway Nearby is a film about Joseph Weber, who was a physicist in the late 60s who believed he had detected gravitational waves.
Cut.
Let's reset.
Should the garage door open a little bit more?
He was fearless in terms of this pursuit because others thought he was literally insane. He was highly creative. The only issue was he was wrong.
Paula immediately thought this is the perfect kind of story for a film that has, on the one hand, the documentary quality of telling the story of gravitational waves, but also that poetic style of his tension between passion and reason.
I knew I wanted some really beautiful 3D animations. And Perry happened to say, well, you know, there's some interesting stuff happening with the Unreal Engine.
And she immediately saw the potential in terms of speed, but also in terms of what could we put back there that we couldn't do in reality. And that was sort of like the linchpin right there, is we could do stuff not just that looks realistic, but that we couldn't do in reality, like, for instance, break apart the walls or change the environment in basically the click of a button.
What our team has done is we're creating the virtual backgrounds from throughout Joseph Weber's life.
I want to actually take the garage door and animate it higher. There you go. Program it in, let's see what it looks like in playback.
The Mo-Sys StarTracker is sort of the glue that pulls virtual production together. And to me, really accurate, reliable camera tracking is essential to virtual production. We set the Mo-Sys up and it runs all day long with no problems, and that's what I want on a film shoot.
What's really exciting about this technology is that it kind of democratizes high-end production. You can now take your audience where and when you want to take them, and you can do it more economically, quicker, and you can do it convincingly, because it's going to be very hard to tell what is real and what is unreal.
As far as I know, as far as all of us know, this is the first use of virtual set technology in a documentary as an educational component and a storytelling component about a real person and his struggles.
Sometimes when you have something in the foreground out of focus and then the background out of focus and then the midground is in focus, it starts to take on a richness of depth. And so when you do that in this VR world, the image starts to pop and sing and you feel it and everything. And so there was a few times where we all looked at each other and was like, oh yeah.
One of the misconceptions about virtual production is that everybody knows The Mandalorian, but they think you need a Disney-sized budget to do virtual production. And for us, we were really intrigued about how do we do this on a documentary budget, because I think there's a lot of independent films and documentaries that can really benefit from this technology.
That's great. This is going to work.
This technology and this tool is enabling me to create scenes that bring Joe Weber to life, that give you his humanity, that allow you to connect with him emotionally in a way that I literally couldn't do in a practical shooting environment, and certainly could not have conveyed that experience through traditional documentary means.
As filmmakers, as storytellers start to explore this tool more, it's only going to add to the types of automation and creativity that we can bring into this environment.
This kind of technology not only will push the envelope for documentaries, but I think it can do it for any kind of independently produced film. That's why it's so exciting for us, because it really does, if you will, sort of expand our universe.
It's made it kind of a creative dream.
And cut.
That was great, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.